Welcome to the I Can't Believe You Asked That podcast, the show where the impossible becomes possible through the magic of would you rather and mind-bending hypotheticals. Join us as we dive into the realms of imagination, challenging each other with questions that'll make you ponder, laugh, and maybe question your own sanity. Join Paul, Alex, and Kelly and buckle up for a journey into the fantastical and the absurd. Because here, there are no wrong answers, just horrendous questions.
Wow!
Wow!
Welcome, my listeners. We are here now in South Africa and we come to you with a very important announcement. This is the I Can't Believe You Asked That podcast. And I need to stop this now because it is mortifying. Welcome to the I Can't Believe You Asked That podcast. You've got Kelsey Mandela, you've got Alex, and you've got Paul for 30 minutes of just insanity, as you can tell from how it started. That started to mean to go on, but here's what we do. Welcome, and
I thought it was good.
konnichiwa, bienvenue.
30 minutes max. Let's get that
Go,
wheel up.
go.
It's an Alex question. Or maybe it's not.
Is it?
No, it's JP Barbers again.
Oh.
It's another ride question. Would you rather ride on an elephant or a whale?
Oh, so I find elephant riding really cruel. As somebody who's done it,
Have you
I
done
can
it?
say it's cruel.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel nice. And do you know what? I should have known it then. I shouldn't have done it, but it's too far in.
Why did it not feel nice though? Like, as in, like they're probably the most sturdiest and able to.
Because it was being
Carry a human, no?
prodded by a guy with like a stabby stick.
Oh yeah,
And
well
I
that
was
bit's
like,
not nice. But I'm thinking the actual concept of.
Is
They're
it like
probably
that?
the most. I felt crueler about riding a camel.
Yeah.
That didn't feel good.
I wouldn't feel bad if it was like a working animal that does it for a living. Do you know, like sled dogs? Like they need to, otherwise it actually affects their mental health, doesn't it? Or like some like workhorses. But yeah, I feel like elephants that have been put in captivity for human entertainment. And again, who's done
Other,
it, I highly regret doing it, and I apologize for doing
other
it.
than the whale?
The
You're not going to
whale,
ride a whale
I
though,
don't
are
know,
you?
because you see people do that, and that's more in a natural habitat, isn't it? Like you see divers like grab a whale by its arm and go swim with me.
How are you practically doing it? I know that is not the point of the question. But how the heck? You're not staying on the back of a whale via any means, are you? At least the elephant, you can crack on.
Oh, are we doing a Jonah in the whale? Has it eaten us? And we are taking a journey inside.
Definitely said ride. I didn't
Yeah,
say
yeah.
who you'd rather be eaten by.
No,
Well, no,
yeah.
you're
I
not
don't
So
want to
of
be
the
eaten by
choice, I'd rather
either.
be eaten
He
by a
gets spit
whale.
out the spout, doesn't he? And Pinocchio in Geronimo. What was the name of the evil whale in Pinocchio?
Yes,
Yeah?
yes.
Geronimo, I think was his name.
I don't know where this has gone. But yeah,
I don't know where it's
get.
gone.
I don't want to ride a whale, especially if it is in its natural habitat and it takes me out to the sea. Fuck that. That's
But
death.
Yeah, I think I'd have to ride the elephant again.
Elephant. Have you done one?
I've ridden an elephant, and it didn't feel. I get what Kelly means. I don't think the actual act of riding it felt that cruel because they're so powerful and big.
Yeah.
I think when I look back, the fact that in the phrase the elephant sanctuary was doing a lot of heavy lifting there because I'm not sure how much it is just an elephant farm really.
They're just
But
horrible.
No. I loved riding the elephant, and I think they could take our weight way better than like I say, like riding a camel. I think if you ride a camel like properly on its back, like they do in the desert sort of thing, it's a bit better. But I've ridden it where they have like two baskets either side of it, and I've watched as two very, very large people were like put either side, and that got whacked and hit and stand, and its legs were like buckling, and it was horrible. And even at the time, we were like, "Well, this is horrible."
That is
yeah,
horrible.
things like
Bastards.
that you just make you feel like. And the thing is that, like you say, these are creatures that have done it for centuries. It's what they do. They travel. They Did you know that camels, sorry, fact about camels, one, you will find more camels in
we
Australia
go.
than you will anywhere else in the world. There's one fact.
No,
And
that's
two,
amazing.
Not in the
yeah,
wild.
in the
What?
wild. There are more camels in Australia. Saudi Arabia
what?
actually import camels from Australia. There are more wild
Wow.
camels in Australia than there are anywhere else in the world. And camels are also used to transport drugs across the desert. So they have no riders. So they're
Oh,
like
wow.
homing pigeons. So if they're caught, they can't arrest a camel. They just take the drugs. But people will like send them to different points across the desert to move
That is
drugs. Yeah.
clever.
So drug camel, not drug mule. We need to change that
And I
term.
can guarantee you that at least at one point during you saying the word camel over and over, Paul's brain
Oh,
went camel
100%.
toe, camel toe.
100%.
I was thinking where they put the drugs on the camel, or if they just put it on a box on his back, or if they had to hide it in the camel. I was like, is that a risk to the camel? Poor camel.
I think it's on the camel. I think camels are trapped.
Not in the
Yeah,
camel.
doesn't need to be in the
Doesn't need to
camel.
be in the camel. But if we were riding the whale, I would like to ride a whale Free
You're not
Willy
riding the whale.
style, so not in captivity. If I was
Oh, like a killer
killer
whale.
whale, no, do you know why? I mean, I'm behind the killer whales in this attacking the yachts. I'm like, nature fights back against the pollution, and I'm like, yeah. But then also I'm like, oh, they're kind of not in the mood for people anymore. Humpback whales.
Oh, what was that documentary where it was on about the one? Is it Shimu or something? The
Shamu.
one that was in the wild and actually killed its trainer.
Oh
though.
no, that wasn't Shamu, but I know which one. It was in captivity and it dragged
Was it
her
not?
down
That
and drowned her.
Yeah, that was the bleakest documentary because also what a horrific way to go. But also you're a bit like, well, we did keep
Torturing
a
it
killer
and
whale in captivity
and
for
not
yonks.
give it proper care, or what's the word when you put something in an exhibit? Stimulus. It's not called stimulus.
Yeah, well,
Enrichment. We didn't give it proper
this is.
enrichment for its environment.
I will say we've kicked off with a nice
We have,
jovial
but look
one.
at the fact. It's a learning opportunity for you.
That
isn't it?
happened. That happened with
Oh,
the tiger as well,
elephant.
didn't it? The Siberian tiger and them brothers at the circus.
Yes, it did
Didn't
happen
that
in the
attack him?
circus. Yeah,
See, I know
you
things.
do know things.
I've read a few
Also,
papers.
just watch Tiger King.
Yeah, but did any of those tigers actually eat anything?
It was on a Simpsons episode, to be fair, but
I think that is a fact, though. It is a fact.
I think it is a fact, yeah. And if it isn't, it's going to happen because the Simpsons predict everything. So we all agree.
Do you know what?
Elephant,
Yeah,
elephant,
we
elephant.
are. And just to lighten it,
They're
do you know
doing
what I
a
heard
whale.
today?
What?
Tigers, talking about tigers, camels, desert, all the rest of it, vaguely related, and it's in my brain, so I'm just going to say it. There's a
Good.
Gladiator 2 coming out.
Amazing.
How's that
Because
related?
he fights the tigers in the pit.
And elephants and
Oh,
tigers
okay.
and stuff are in
Yeah.
Gladiator.
Monkeys.
How exciting is that?
Gladiator 2 2024 this year. So it's also a new Lord of the Rings, an anime like manga version is coming out. Well,
Wow.
I don't know.
Only thing I'm excited for is the last Stranger Things, and that needs to
Is
hurry
that
up.
coming out? I'm looking forward to that.
I
do
think
Stranger
next
Things.
year.
They're all going to be so grown, like these little babies from season 1. And it's like, oh,
Yeah, they need to crack
so
on, otherwise
cute.
it's going to look
It's
a
going to be
little
like,
weird.
did you watch It, where they all come back? It's going to be like that. That's what it's going to remind
Yeah,
me
yeah,
of.
yeah.
As well as a Gladiator 2, just side note, do you know Passion of the Christ? They're doing a follow-up. Passion of the
Are they?
Christ 2 is
Are
coming
they?
out in the Resurrection is coming out in 2025.
Shut up.
The Resurrection story is mental, by the way. Like, it's excellent to read, just as like, you know, religious or not. It's a good story. The dude goes down and he fights the
Yeah.
devil while he's dead, and that's how he resurrects himself, by winning his soul back, or like winning a fight, giant battle with the devil. It's really cool. Those 7 days he's like doing nothing. Man's going through it. Okay, he is just. Pew, 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 pew.
It's going to be better in film
Yeah.
than it
I mean,
probably
I'm
is
really excited about it.
in the
Yeah, it's
Bible.
probably, yeah. The cinematography of it will be a lot better than reading the New Testament, Old Testament, New Testament.
Yeah. Let's
The
ask
new,
a question.
new. Definitely the new. Kelly.
Thank
Well
you.
done.
Thank
Good.
you.
Spin the wheel, Paul. Spin the wheel. Dig her out of a hole. She's good at African accents.
But I don't
know
the
South
Bible.
African accent.
We went off on
did.
one there.
But we're back. And I am going to eat a Haribo while this is spinning.
What Haribo?
There's a green golden bear.
Oh, this must be one of my last ever ones.
Yes.
Would you rather lose a foot or you.
Or the
Oh,
use?
would you rather lose? You type these up, Paul.
Would you rather
and
lose
you
a foot or the
literally
use
butcher them.
of the internet for the rest of your life?
Yeah. So would you rather lose a foot but you keep the internet, or you can never have the internet ever again but you
I'll lose
keep
my
both
foot.
feet?
Straight
Would
away.
you?
I have questions.
Life is hard without the internet, isn't it? Now, yes, Paul.
Just me. Do you lot keep the internet? So if I had a question, could I just say, Alex, what's the answer?
What about your
Yep.
banking?
But you
What
don't
about your
have the
mortgage
internet.
repayments?
Oh,
What
yeah,
about
no.
your work?
I'll
What
keep
about
my
your
foot.
GPS?
And because you don't have it, you can't have it in your
WhatsApp?
house. So I suppose your immediate
Podcast?
family is screwed.
Social media?
So I'm ruining it for my kids as well.
Oh.
Well, yeah, in your house. Because if you,
I'll
yeah,
have a fake foot then.
I think you would, in today's day and age,
Would.
you strongly take your own foot,
It-
wouldn't you?
I don't think it's as bad anymore, is it? It's not nice, but
What do you mean? It's not
It's the fact
great.
that we
no, but you
live
get a fake foot now,
without a
can't you?
foot says something. Think about all these people that are not digitally skilled. So generations that have been brought up around computers. Like how challenging is today's world, given that we would lose a foot just to keep the internet?
But just counter argument, because I am inclined to agree. But how much, just like generation, whatever letter number we are, do we sound? Because people survived perfectly fine in like the 70s without
My
the internet,
job relies
and the
heavily.
80s
My
without the internet.
income.
So do we just sound like idiots? The
But
fact
no
because
one.
I'm thinking like every journey would be so hard, but map reading
Yeah.
existed. That's why the AA Atlas
Yeah.
existed. Like it's just convenience. You're not giving up. Nothing's gonna like go wrong, is it? It's just
No,
convenience.
it's different though, isn't it? Back then, no one had the internet. Now everyone has the internet. You need the internet
No, I
for
get it. It's mega-
everything.
Around it. So for
You
me,
need
I
it.
don't need
But you
the
don't
internet
have
for the
to online
leisure,
bank.
but my job relies heavily on the internet. A lot of what I do relies on Teams, like virtual
I suppose you
working,
couldn't email. That would be
email.
interesting. You'd have to work in a job. You'd have to go back to a job that was like not office based, which is doable.
Couldn't
Map
Zoom
read
call.
everywhere.
No more Zoom calls. This is gone.
Yeah.
I
This
don't.
Let's do
podcast
this
is
in
done.
person.
So.
Aspect isn't what I'd give my foot up for. For me, it's it's my living. And I know that sounds.
And it's only going one
Yeah.
way, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're not going to use less
You're only
internet.
going to use more.
No.
So I suppose like banking.
And you say you'll get
Isn't
rid of.
that insane that you'd sacrifice a foot
It is
for
insane,
for
but
that
then
though?
how would I pay my mortgage? How would I, you know?
Well, you can still do that without the internet. You can technically do it without the internet, can't you? People
She-
do
she couldn't
live
do a
without
job.
the internet.
Like,
Yeah, but you could do
I
a
don't
different
wanna,
job.
I love my job.
Like you could go and work in
What
what sort of
job does
jobs
not
that
use the
you could work in a
internet?
nursery. Work in a
What about
nursery.
emails to parents and the WhatsApp groups for parents where you send updates?
Yeah. What do they do
Someone else
then?
would have to do it. You
Okay.
can't do those. Someone else has to do
I'm
them.
not going to hire her.
Yeah, how do I put in my
I want to have your job, but I
application?
can't contact
Yeah,
any of the
how do we-
parents. Yeah, how will they do the application? Because
How
it'll
would
be
I know
online.
those vacancies?
Yeah, but you still have like a dumb phone. So like, I'd love to be a.
They will
what was it-
say,
what does
do
it
the
need? Painter and
online.
decorator.
You could do a painter and
Yeah.
decorator.
Yep.
But how
But
would she
just-
advertise her
How
business? Because she can't put it online on Facebook or anything like that.
Yeah, but you can work for a business that is doing it, can't you? And that's my point. Like someone else could like put me reviews online for my painting and decorating, but I don't technically need the internet in order to do it.
So my
I'd love
painter
to
was
do that,
brilliant, but he was a local street artist. But I found him online, and then I'm thinking to the guys who did the attic. They came around with an iPad, and I had to sign everything off on an iPad.
No, I
Yeah.
know they do, but that's not
The
essential,
iPad.
is it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, painter and decorators can definitely do their job
Yeah.
without the internet, and they don't. They just. You're right. They wouldn't market themselves as well. Or I'd be a tree surgeon. I'd enjoy being a tree
Okay,
surgeon
I
as
would
well.
enjoy working at Hobbycraft. But then they have point of sales on the tills that I couldn't use.
Yeah, you'd have
Their
to
whole
only do
till
certain
would use the
jobs.
internet just to
Do
work.
you remember when we worked at the cinema?
So you
and
wouldn't be able to
internet
use
was
the
going
till.
around, Paul, and we had to go back to manual.
Yeah.
It was chaos. Chaos.
Yeah. And then everyone's till was down because for some reason they couldn't count because all of a sudden they had to use
Suddenly,
paper
like, ah!
and a pen. Yeah, what? Maths is still the same.
Yeah, but
dickhead.
people aren't using it, so retention is a lot less because, I mean,
They've got a calculator.
did they have
It's not like we just went,
Did you
bloody, that's it,
players? I thought
go.
people like to get on with it, Kel.
Of course.
But then again, I am an athlete. So
No, we didn't trust any of you.
why is your
Had
till
an
down
8 and
3,000
7 together.
I just think our lives have become so convenient.
Exactly, you need it.
Ask like your Alexa or whatever, like, what's the weather today? You
How
don't
bad
even-
is Alexa
or
at the
you-
weather, though?
We don't.
She doesn't know what's up. I'm sorry. She never gets
But you
it
still
right.
do it.
No, I
But you
Google
still do
my
it.
weather. Just FYI.
But
Oh, right.
I
But you
do.
still use the internet.
Yeah,
This is
I
my
do.
point.
And the thing is that, yeah, you do it
you,
for your life.
I can't believe I'm saying I would take a foot, but I would. But that is mental.
How would you get you?
yeah, like you just said, that you've listed about 9 jobs, and we've all said how they all use the internet, even though they shouldn't
Yeah.
use the internet. They all use the internet, so therefore, most jobs you wouldn't get. The first and the main thing is, like you said, is they'll go, okay, the application's online. Oh, I can't go on the computer. They'll look at you and go, okay, no
But
job
then
for
again,
you, because that's the process
if you
now.
think about the internet, it's for able-bodied people primarily. It's for people that can see and touch and type and have that cognitive function. So there has to be an alternative type of internet or type of digital. Something it would still include the internet,
No,
wouldn't it? Yeah, I just don't think the world
Yeah.
is
yeah,
accessible for everybody. I do think there are things in place that just create barriers for people. Because if for whatever reason I couldn't use the internet or I couldn't use a computer, like I couldn't work and that would just
I just think I think you're right in that if someone's sitting here going, we coped perfectly fine, the world in the 70s and 80s, or even the early 90s, well, actually,
late
the late
90s.
90s, actually, when we were still using
Yeah.
Encarta discs for our homework, world has gone mad into, yeah, you've got to take a foot, and that's bonkers.
and you would get used to it, and you'd get a fake foot, and then you probably after a while just go, shit, I ain't got a foot, but I'm all right.
I think you'd really notice losing your foot. I think it's
I'd
way
get
more
that
inconvenient
phantom
and
foot
painful.
syndrome where I don't think I'd feel like I'd lost
just,
it, but I would look down. I think I always
yeah,
had it. And I think I would have dreams
yeah.
of my foot and I would miss it. And I deeply would.
Don't
But
think
I
I'd
think it's
dream
easier
and
in
miss
life
it,
for me to
but
have no foot than it would be to have the internet. And that's just a crazy thing to
I know.
have
yeah.
to say
I
out loud.
judge
I
myself
don't
for
judge
the
myself
answer, but
because
I'm
it's
with
just the
you.
world we have created. It's not a choice we've made. It's if we want to survive in this system, we need to be able to access the internet. So there we go.
I'd be annoyed I have to
Take
buy an automatic
my
car, but that's it.
foot,
Bye foot.
take
Yeah.
Bye
my
bye foot.
toes with it too. 'Cause
Can we pick which foot? Because I
no,
picked
I'm
my
a
left.
lefty. I'm going for my
Yeah,
right
pick.
foot. Wait,
No,
I
I'm
have
picking my
one foot
left.
longer
Either
than the
way.
other, so I'm thinking if I chop the foot off of the longer foot,
The
then
shoes
I
are still
will
the same
walk the
price.
normal way. I won't limp anymore, maybe.
Oh, okay. You said there were different little. That's your leg, not your
Yeah, but
foot.
no.
That's different lengths,
Well,
not
no,
your
because it
foot.
starts from the hip. So when I was little, I used to have an instep in my shoe.
Your foot doesn't start
No,
from your
but
hip.
the wonkiness starts from the hip, so it's like a slant. So if I cut the foot off, maybe I'm
You said your foot was longer. Your foot's not longer. Your
yeah, my
leg's
legs then.
longer.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
my
fine.
legs.
Okay.
I don't
All right.
understand.
Last question, Paul. Last question. Save Kelly from herself,
I've had some
please.
great arguments at the start and towards the end. It's just, I am chatting utter.
Save her for herself.
It's not an Alex question.
I think all of mine must be gone.
It's a Maddie question. This could be go
Not
anyway.
bad.
Would you rather have pubic hair growing out your body so you look like an ape, or have no nose, just holes in your face? Thanks, Maddie.
Can I just ask, is every hair pubic hair?
Well, it'll be
What's
like,
the difference between pubic hair and hair?
you're the one. You're Fax Kelly. You tell us that.
You guys move on while I do a little online research.
When I think of pubic hair, I think in my pants. I don't think
Please
eyebrows.
don't describe your pubic
I
hair.
don't think eyebrows.
I don't want please don't describe your pubic hair. Sadly, I can already imagine, and I don't want any confirmation.
But I'm picking no nose.
You've got to, haven't you?
I don't want to look like Ape Man. That just seems too much.
Yeah, you're just going to have. Although, that would really, really make your face look weird.
More than just covered in pubic hair.
Yes, good point.
And everyone, for some reason, would find out that it's pubic hair, and they'll go, "Oh, it's pubic boy," and I don't want to be called that.
But on a daily basis, could you do enough early morning shaving to make, because you wouldn't have to do your main body, could you shave the backs of your hands and parts of your face enough to make it workable?
We should have a
Do you
stubbly
guys ever
forehead
shave
and
your
cheeks and nose. Yes.
Okay. Is it?
Was that?
Well, it's not comfortable responsible thing to do, is it? But then again, I've never shaved my head.
No, especially if you catch a sack, that's bad. But
But I'm just thinking about
But-
the regrowth. Like it's not
itchy.
a nice
Itchy.
process. But then is that like that on your face when
No.
you guys shave your faces? Your face,
No, you don't. You don't get itchy on your
No.
face, do you?
But they're
but
not
then
pubes.
everything will be.
And I think it's
also,
because
I'm
you do
not
that all the time. I don't
Shaving
do
the
down
tops of my cheeks or my forehead or like the back
For a
of
minute
my
there, I thought you
ears,
said
which
you
is
were
where on
shaving
this
these
question
faces,
you
and
would
I was
have
like,
to do.
"What? You shave your forehead?"
No,
Yeah,
I said
I
I'm
missed
not.
that point.
I am
missed
not.
it.
Yeah, you've got to lose your nose, haven't you?
No,
Like,
you don't
that's
lose
mad.
your nose. You just lose the cartilage, which creates the image of a nose, the nice little schmoosh.
Well, yes, you just got
Okay.
holes.
I've
But
got
you
my
don't
got
have a
holes.
nose as we know it.
I think there's something quite nice in having not a nose. One, your
No,
Halloween
you're the only one.
costume going to be easy. Voldemort.
You're just
Yeah,
picturing
there you go.
Voldemort.
Every
Voldemort,
year
that's
have the
it,
same
yeah.
Halloween I can't talk. Costume. Two, you can't get. I don't know if this ever happens to anybody, but you can't get your nose trapped in anything.
I have a question.
But-
If you get snot, would it just stop? And how would you blow? Would it still be the same?
Probably.
Because you use your nose to thingy, don't you? So would you just cover your
What I would
face
say
and let it go
is-
everywhere?
Glasses out.
Someone with a nose,
Oh.
no, I couldn't wear glasses. Like Daniela Westbrook, right? She still has a nose, but
God.
she ruined it and looks so bizarre for having ruined her nose. Yet you're saying I have none. I can't wear my glasses, so I've got to wear some sort of goggles to see.
Contact
Which I'm going.
lenses?
So I'm. Yeah, I've never had contacts, but yeah, I suppose.
Well,
I
it
have, yeah,
depends.
okay.
If you prefer
Okay, so you're
Yeah,
choosing
okay.
goggles? That's not the option.
Okay. There is, but nonetheless, 2 slits on my nose. That's but yeah, I'm
I
picking
wonder
that.
if that's
I'm
a body
definitely picking
modification that people do and pay for.
Well,
that. No.
people have stuff to make them look like cats and lizards and shit, don't they? So once
Oh
upon
yeah. Yeah, this is true.
Okay, so tips of nose is something that's been done by a gentleman in July 2023. Tattooist spent more than £6,000 in body modifications, removing the tip of his nose and his nipple.
Have you seen that guy that made his face look like a skeleton and he had it totally blacked out to just look like an empty navel
I've just found the
cavity?
dude. Let me have a look. Is it
Have
the
you?
Black Alien?
Yeah, there you go.
Where
It's
he's had his
logical.
nose pulled through and he's had all the implants, so his head pops up.
Oh,
You guys.
some people.
Have you seen that thing where people
No, or maybe.
get them bumps put in their head? They look
horns.
kind of like,
Yeah,
oh.
Yeah.
Let me show you this guy. I mean, it would be good if we had like cuts where we could edit and show what we were talking about so people knew.
I can if you get them me, and I'm allowed to use the images, I guess.
Just like
But if not, check Instagram. We'll put it on Instagram for you because we'll get them to follow our socials. Kelly, do it properly.
Okay, who is this guy?
Get them on Insta.
But hold on, so hold on. We're going for the nose, and I think that's legit. But think through the practicalities of just having ape hair, basically.
So, okay, so
None.
it's
Is it
not
that
ape hair,
bad?
it's pubic hair. And according to the Experimental Dermatology Journal, Volume 32, Issue 9, it's not very different.
I knew issue 7.
Oh, damn. I'm 2 ahead.
Sorry, educate me.
Pubic hairs are flatter and curlier. Thicker cuticles from the scalp, but they're just pretty much the same. They're just rougher hair.
Is that it? Is that what we've come for?
Why?
Thicker cuticles have been
Why?
created. Okay, so this is going to be gross. Might be related to the evolution of pubic hair in a genital environment containing urine. So because it's thicker than maybe the ammonia. I don't know what's in PP, but yeah.
Great.
Yeah, no one wants a pubic hair everywhere, especially on your face. It just sounds gross, doesn't it?
We know that because we know it's not a comfortable regrowth process.
Well, in which case, yeah, you can't go around looking like an ape.
I don't think it would look.
And not just looking like an ape. When people get up close, they're like, "Oh, that's not even ape fur. That's pubes."
Yeah, it's all curly.
How big are my nose?
Yeah, but look at that, Kels.
I think I've got quite wide passages.
Pretty big.
Mine wouldn't be slits. Mine would be like full on canals in my face.
I don't think I'm having a lovely time with my holes either, to be fair.
Kelly, this is giving me flashbacks of that time. Do you remember on Christmas Eve one year, we decided to sellotape each other's faces? and we stellotaped our noses back.
Have you got
You
pictures
do
of
have
this?
pictures of this. There
Yes.
is photographic evidence.
I do have
and that
pictures
will
of that.
please
Instagram
share.
people, Instagram.
I do have pictures of Kelly taping her face up. It came up on one of my memories about a couple of years ago,
It's
didn't
on
it?
one of the family
Yeah, that was
calendars
good
as
fun.
well. It was a good Christmas.
Oh, definitely. Like, I definitely own that photo for sure.
That's good. Okay, so I'm going for no nose. I think that's probably.
It's a rare episode where we've all agreed on every
No,
question, I
I said
think.
whale and you guys said elephant.
Did you say
Yeah.
whale in the end?
You were just really
She did.
adamant.
You
You
Yeah.
just
did,
weren't
yeah.
listening.
We've gone through a
No,
theme of not listening today, Paul. This is.
that's fine. I do that a lot. It's fine. See us out, Alex. See us out.
Okay. So, thank you for listening to the I Can't Believe You Asked That podcast. This has been our pleasure to bring this to your ears. We hope you come back next time and join us because we enjoy making this for you and you enjoy us making it for you too. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Wait, what's goodbye in Afrikaans? We should have learnt that.
Why did I lose the ability to speak?
It's really hard,
I
isn't
couldn't
it?
form a
It's so
sentence.
hard.
My brain was 90%
Gracias.
concentrating on the accent. I didn't have words. Anyway, goodbye,
Gracias.
everyone.
What is it,
Carry
imply?
on.
Or about Deutschland. You'd have to say it in like a Germanic Deutsch Afrikaans sort of way. Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.